Hey everyone, how's it going? So, what I wanted to discuss with you today, and I've discussed this 100 times at least, is maintenance. Your oil changes. Had a vehicle come in today, and there's a video. I wasn't able to make a video of the entire process with the vehicle, but I made a separate video just of what the oil looked like and what the dipstick looked like. So you'll see that clip added to this video, somewhere in the middle probably. Um, so backstory on that vehicle comes in. It's a 2018 Infinity, like the what the heck is it? It's like their Pathfinder version, whatever the Infinity one is. So it's a decent sized vehicle. It's a decent priced vehicle. And we actually ran a Carfax out of curiosity on it because we have Carfax at the shop. So we ran a Carfax out of curiosity. And the only thing we could see was it had one oil change at 10,000 miles done at the dealership. Okay. So as I'm pulling the car in, the engine was clattering. Now, this was a waiting oil change. The engine was clattering. I mean, it was ticking and clicking and everything else. I'm like, oh, this doesn't sound good. To 2018, it had 60,000 miles on it. Jaden actually opened a garage door for me, and Robert happened to be in the shop. And the two of them said, that doesn't sound good. I'm like, no, it doesn't. Okay. No oil change sticker on it, no nothing. I opened up the hood, I pulled out the dipstick. Mud on the dipstick. And as a matter of fact, I had a hard time getting the stick out. Like, the tube is completely clogged up with crud. All right, I put it up in the air. I pulled the drain plug out. Now, you got the drain plug going into the side of something like this. You pull it out, and you know how when the level gets down to about the size of the opening, like you have the opening like this, so the level, as it's coming down, it reaches that one point, and you can kind of see the oil, like it, all of a sudden it just gets to a point where it comes out as a nice easy stream because it's actually letting air come in because it just reached that point. You know what I'm trying to say? It was below the top of the drain plug. It was lower than the top of the drain plug. If I got a half a quart out of this, it was a lot. I pulled the drain plug out and basically just went dribbles out of it. I was like, are you kidding me? How the oil pressure light wasn't on is beyond me. No check engine light, no oil light, no nothing. I was like, wow, look at this. And I happened to look and I see it had a Nissan filter. Hang on one second. Sorry, I had to burp. Had a Nissan filter on it. That's what made us look at the Carfax just out of curiosity. So I take the filter off, and I mean, it comes out like mud. I took a photo too of the oil filter in the drain because oil had dripped on top of it. And it looked like I just changed the oil in a 1985 International diesel. The oil was just like this nasty black mud. I mean, how this thing held together is beyond me. My grandson. So, put the drain plug back in, put the new filter on, wipe down any excess oil. I check the tire pressures. I set them. I let the car down. I put in 5 quarts of oil. I start it up, and all you hear are the chains going. It quiets down. Okay. Then I check the oil on the stick, and you're going to see that video here. Check this out. 2018 Nissan, or Infinity. 60,000 miles on it. There was no oil on the stick when I started this, but I didn't wipe the stick either. I just changed the oil. I just wanted to show you the stick. See how nasty that is? All the way up to the top. Let me wipe this thing down. Hold on a minute, I'll do it with my tripod. I had a tripod. Oh, here it is. All right, let's take a reasonably clean portion of the rag. Yeah. Look at how nasty that is. Unreal. What is so difficult about checking your oil? I just don't get it. I literally just changed it, so let's just see where it's at now. There is so much junk built up in the dipstick tube, I can't get the stick down correctly. Look at how nasty this is. And I just changed it. That's fresh oil. That's fresh oil. Imagine what the inside of this engine looks like. All right, so you saw that video, and I also included that one photo that I took. And we did that because I wanted to save that for the customer. And I also noted on the ticket that there was no oil in it and the whole 9 yards, because I don't want the customer to come back and say, you know, I had nothing wrong with my car beforehand. So ask the customer, how long have you had this car? Oh, there's the other thing too. It had 4 brand new tires on it. It had all brand new brakes all the way around on it. And nobody bothered to check the oil. How long have you had this car? I've had it since new. Have you ever changed the oil? Well, the dealer did it once. The dealer did it once. Okay. Yeah. Well, we saw on a Carfax here that it was done at about 10,000 miles. Oh yeah, that's about right. You have 60,000 miles on this thing now. You went 50,000 miles on an oil change? How often do you check your oil? You need to check the oil? Which that reminds me of a story, and I've told you this one before. When I had my own shop, we were a full-service Sunoco gas station. Our town allowed self-service, but I would rather be full-service, and I think that's one thing that helped us gain customers. And one day, I went out there, and this is when, shortly after I opened up, and I had a Toyota Camry come in. I'll never forget this. I had a Toyota Camry come in, and of course, my spiel was always, you know, how can I help you today? You know, oh, can you fill it up with regular plus premium, whatever it was. Okay. Then I would go and I'd wash the windows. If it wasn't raining out, I'd wash the windows. Would you like me to check your oil? Yeah, sure. So the guy's like looking around, and I said, the hood really should be down there to the left, like near the door. So he pops the hood. Now, this was probably 1989 or 1990. So this car was probably a year old, maybe, at that point in time. Maybe 2. I don't know. So I pop open a hood, pull out the stick, clean it off, stick it back in, pull it out, nothing on the stick. Wipe it, stick it back in, pull it out, nothing on the stick. I walk over to the driver's window, and I said, sir, I said, you're going to need at least 2 quarts of oil. There's no oil on the stick. And his response, and I swear I am not making this up, his response was, what are you talking about there's no oil? When I bought it, it came with oil. Yeah, when I bought it, it came with oil. He bought it new too. I actually got him in for an oil change right then and there too. But there it is. This customer with the Infiniti didn't know they had to check their oil. Here's the wild thing too, which I couldn't understand. When this thing was prepped from the factory, you can actually go in and you can set the mileage reminder for when you want the next oil change. And usually they would set it to 7,000 or 10,000, or maybe it was set to 10,000. I don't know. It was set to 0. So it would never go off. It would never show you that you were due for an oil change. Kind of wild, right? But yeah, it's just like, I don't know how to get it in people's heads. Check your oil. It's not that difficult. Every single vehicle out there with an internal combustion engine, I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's a Toyota Corolla, Toyota Camry, which those are known for not using any oil. They will use a certain amount of oil. Every single vehicle will use a certain amount of oil, unless, of course, it's an EV. You know, if it's an electric vehicle, you're not going to use any oil. That's obvious. And here's the thing. If you have 5 quarts of oil in your oil pan, your engine holds 5 quarts. Let's just use that number. And it takes you, let's say, 4,000 miles to get down to 4 quarts. Well, guess what? To get down to 3 quarts, it's going to take you 3,000 miles. To get down to 2 quarts, it's going to take you 2,000 miles. Because it uses oil faster, because the oil's been breaking down that whole time. Now that you're lower, it heats up faster, it heats up more, you use it up more, because it goes past the rings and everything else. You may never notice it as smoke or anything like that, but it will use oil. So for those of you that sit there and say, my vehicle doesn't use any oil, yes, it does. It's physically impossible for it to not use oil. It may be unnoticeable, especially if you're changing your oil every 4, 5, 6,000 miles, and you've been doing it religiously since day one. That's how engines last, from people changing their oil. It is the simplest thing to make your vehicle last, and yet people, for some reason, ignore it. I don't know why. I can't, for the life of me, figure it out. Your vehicle comes with something, or at least it should have, unless you bought it used, and it might not have. But every vehicle out there, when it was new, came with an owner's manual. An owner's manual. Do yourself a favor if you're not car savvy. Go to your car, get your owner's manual. Read it at night instead of a comic book or a love story or whatever you like to read at night. Read your owner's manual. This is how I make a living, by fixing cars. And as odd as it sounds, I don't want to see you break your car either. I like to maintain your car for you. I like to make sure your car lasts for you. I make more money when you don't maintain your car, but it's weird. I actually would prefer it if you maintained your car. It's true. I feel bad when somebody ruins their car. But then again, I would say 90% of the time when somebody ruins their engine or whatever, it's negligence. It's because they didn't do their services, they didn't do their maintenance, they didn't do something correctly, or they just were ignoring it. Hey, it's making noise, let me turn the radio up to number 10 so I don't hear that strange clicking noise anymore, And it's always the same thing. It's always the same thing. And I can honestly say, if out of every 10 engine jobs we get in the shop, for every 10 that we get, and people need to replace their engine because it either wore out, it threw a rod, something like that, it's because they never maintained it. It's because they were going 10, 15,000 miles on oil changes. I don't suggest going by the factory maintenance schedules. I never have agreed with those. Never. Me personally, 3, 4, 5,000 miles max on an oil change. I don't care if it's full synthetic. I don't care if the oil says it can go 15,000 miles. I would never do it. Look at my junk that I drive. My junk's got 270,000 miles and 275,000 miles on it. And they run great. They run great. I don't have any problems with them. They don't burn much oil. I mean, they do a little bit, but not much. And they run good. They don't tick. They don't click. They got good power. And then that's the other thing, too. You want your car to last? Beat the snot out of it every once in a while. I drive aggressively. I don't drive recklessly. I drive aggressively. It's how I've always driven. Whenever the light turns green, I'm the first one out of the hole. In drag racing, it's called treeing somebody. And I tree everybody. Every time a light turns green, I'm out. I'm gone. Let the thing rev up to 4,000 RPM, shift. 5,000 RPM, whatever. I do that every time I'm behind the wheel. My stuff lasts, and I change my oil. And I got a Dodge Caravan 62 TE with the original transmission fluid and filter in it at 270,000 miles on it. How did that thing last that long? I got it at 90,000. I think it's because I'm hard on it. I really honestly think that. Look at my pickup truck, a Dodge Ram pickup truck with a 4.7. Okay? And I forgot what designation the transmission is. But I'm the same way in that thing. I take off hard every time. I let the thing rev up every time. I'll have like no carbon buildup in my motors, engines, sorry. But that's because of the way I drive. Anyway, I know I'm rambling again. So I hope you got something out of that. Please check your oil. Check your tire pressures too. That's okay. Sorry. One last thing. I can't tell you how often, and you can ask Mrs. Wrenching this. We're behind somebody on the road, and I'm like, look at this idiot. Look, they got a low tire. And I do it all the time. I could tell by looking at the tire, driving behind them, you could see the sidewall bulges out at the bottom. It's like they're driving around with low tires. You have a low tire light on in your car. They've been in cars for over 10 years now. Yet people still don't check their tires. Like, it's blatantly telling you, low tire pressure. People don't check their tires. I don't get it. But like I said, it's how I make money, but I would prefer it if you maintained your vehicle. It would make me feel better. So if you want to make me feel better, maintain your car. All right, guys, that's it. I know I'm rambling. If you're getting something out of my videos, hit that like button. If you could, please subscribe. All right, guys, have a great day. Keep wrenching.